Hello everyone, welcome. Thank you for joining me. In this session, we're going to use an inflatable exercise ball to do some massage techniques. If you don't have an inflatable ball, you can use something around the house that you have that is not too firm. So a basketball, a soccer ball are too firm. A volleyball, because it has some give to it, might be a bit easier. But the firmer the object is, it's going to be really aggressive on your body. It's going to be hard to really relax and sink against the ball, right? This is about an 8 or 9 inch balloon. A bigger balloon is less aggressive, so a 10 inch is less aggressive. A smaller, like a 7 inch, tends to be more aggressive. Of course, it depends on your body size as well. So if you're a shorter person, you can try like a 7 inch balloon that's going to have the same sort of position on your body most likely for someone who is a bit taller with a 10 inch balloon or so. All right. You're going to take the balloon behind your lower back, right around your waistband, centered left to right, then lean back on it. Make sure you feel like the balloon's right down the middle, that your legs are in the middle of you, they're not off to one side or the other. Legs can be apart, but as long as they're apart evenly. Now, this is a lot of resistance to not fall backwards because of gravity. So feel free to take your hands behind your thighs to hold on here. If that doesn't feel good to you, you can take a yoga strap or any kind of strap behind your legs or your feet and hold on to it like that. You can also hold on to your knees as well. Now, if what you feel here is a lot of your neck and it's uncomfortable, you can take one hand behind your head, right? But realize it's going to support your neck, but it's also going to give more weight to pulling to resist gravity against. So do what feels best for you. You can always switch side to side. Now the focus here, we're just thinking about breathing, and as I exhale specifically, I'm trying to put more pressure backwards on the ball, on the balloon, without leaning back over it. Great job. Breathing in, relaxing your shoulders. Again, exhale, just bear pressure downwards on the ball without leaning backwards, right? Breathing in. So as you put more pressure on the ball, try to bring your chest closer to your thigh bones as well, right? And that's going to be a lot of the front of your torso to engage to do that. You're welcome. Breathing in. And exhale, put pressure on the balloon. Now, there's no wrong way to do it. You're just going to lift your hips up, roll the ball a little bit higher, just above your waistband, and bring your hips back down. And again, same thing. Breathing in. And as you exhale, put more pressure on the balloon, bringing your chest toward your thighs. Try not to lean back. There's nothing wrong with leaning back. It just makes the soft tissues at the back of your body not as long as they do with bringing your body forward. So we're trying to massage the back of your body with the fibers in the back of your body being as long as possible, right? So they're in that length, and we're going to massage them while they're in a lengthened position as much as we can. Every exhale, I'm talking a lot, I know you just sink against that balloon. Relax your toes. Breathing in. Now, as you exhale, sink against the balloon, you can lift your hips up and roll the balloon a little higher. So maybe you're at like your lower ribs here, just below your shoulder blades, right? And again, this can be aggressive on your neck. Take one or both hands behind your head. The higher the ball goes toward your shoulder blades, the less gravity is going to be pulling you back. So hands behind your head, while it does add weight to your upper body, it's not going to be as aggressive as it goes higher toward your neck as it was in the beginning. So it's also going to be a lot more neck rounding and flexion here, so you may need one or both hands behind your head to support. There's nothing wrong with that, right? Hands can also be behind your thighs. You can also walk your feet further away from you as well. That may give you some sense of going forward in space as well. Sometimes if the feet are too close, it really feels like they're going to push your body back over. Again, as you exhale, sink against the balloon, hips up, roll the balloon a little higher to where your shoulder blades are. And definitely, most people are going to want to take their hands behind their head here. And because the ball is supporting as higher towards your neck is not as far away from the floor. Your body's not as in quite a recumbent position as it was earlier. It's not as intense to have one or both hands behind your head. You're not being pulled back dramatically as we would have been earlier in the beginning, right? Because you're not as vertical and leaning back slightly. And again, every exhale, trying to bring your chest toward your thighs, putting pressure against that balloon. Breathing in. Again, exhale, put pressure, hips up, roll the balloon a little higher, maybe towards the top of your shoulders, right? Top of your shoulder blades. Easy, breathing here, relaxing your shoulders. Again, every exhale, without leaning your chest back, put pressure on the balloon. Think of bringing your face forward towards your thigh bones without jamming your chin to your chest excessively. You don't want to feel, again, neck tension in the front or back is not the goal. Breathing deeply. Really good job here. And again, exhale, sink backwards against that ball, relaxing your toes, relaxing your fingers. Good job. Now, if you can lift the hips up and roll the balloon higher. You can also take your hands to it and roll the balloon up to the back of your neck. Arms can be down by your side. And here you want to make sure the balloon's in a place where your chin comes naturally downwards toward your throat. If the balloon's up at the top of the shoulders and not supporting your neck, nothing wrong with it. It's just that your neck is not, and the soft tissue fibers in the back of your neck are not in their most lengthened position here. Move the balloon higher so it's away from your shoulders, more towards where your neck and head join, so that your chin comes naturally towards your chest. Relax your shoulders here and breathe. Easy, gentle. Now, as you exhale, you are putting gentle pressure backwards against that balloon, bringing your chin towards your collarbone and push back against the balloon without arching your lower back away from the floor. It's gentle. It's not a very big thing. Keep doing that, breathing and exhaling. And also, as you push the back of your neck against the balloon, try not to press your shoulders forward towards the front of your body here. Easy breathe. Again, you want to go away from tension as much as you can. And again, you can take your hands to the balloon again, roll a little higher. Now it's mostly in your skull, right? So it's not so much in your neck anymore. It's more the back of your skull. Chin comes towards your throat a lot more as far as you have personal comfort. And yes, as I exhale, I am pushing the back of my skull into the balloon, bringing my chin towards my chest a bit more as I do that on the exhale, relaxing the shoulders. Breathing in. Again, exhale, chin towards throat, push the back of your skull against that balloon. Really good job. Inhale, release. Without arching your lower back, chin towards chest, push the back of your skull gently against that balloon. Really great job. Nice work, everyone. And then release. You can remove the balloon and let your head rest down on a pillow or a towel or the floor, whatever works best for you, right? And just feel how the back of your body got stimulated. And it feels really good to apply pressure to the soft tissue fibers of your back when they are lengthened, right? It's a great and easy way to give yourself a massage that doesn't require someone else, right? All right, now you do the same thing, but now the balloon's going to be off to one side, right? So it's not in the middle anymore. It's just barely off to one side. Not a lot, just a little. Right? So I can still feel, let me show you again. I can still feel the balloon in the middle of my spine. It's just not all in the middle. It's still there, but it's sort of off to the side. When I'm resting back against the ball, it doesn't require a lot of effort to keep the ball where it is. So if it's too far away from the spine, I have to really, really fight to stay on that balloon. Right? It's just off to the side a little bit. Right? And same thing here. Put pressure backwards against the ball. It's right against your lower back region. Breathing in, right above your waist area, or your waist area, both are fine. And again, exhale, put pressure backwards against that ball. One more time. Try not to lean back. You can hold onto your thighs. And again, exhale, you're putting pressure in the ball, bring your chest toward your thighs. Then roll the ball a little higher again. It just stays off center of the spine. Breathing in. Again, without leaning back, chest forward, put pressure downwards, hold on to your thighs, take one hand behind your head. You can alternate your hands as you need to. Keep the ball just on that same side of your spine, breathing in. And again, exhale, put pressure backwards against the ball, relaxing your shoulders, a really good job. Breathing in. And exhale, put pressure and roll the ball a little higher, right? And you can feel it as the ball rolls higher up your back. It has less intense upon your neck, right? In terms of it being pulled back, your head and shoulders being pulled back strongly. So now when you put your hands behind your head, it's not as heavy. You're not adding as much weight as we were earlier because you're not being pulled back dramatically, right? The ball's higher. The whole torso is now supported more by the floor and not just by, your musculature. Exhale, roll the ball a little higher. Easy breathe. You can take one or both hands behind your head. Easy. Again, the ball's just off to one side of your spine, just barely off to the side. Really great job here. Breathing deeply. And again, put pressure on the ball and roll it just a little bit higher. Maybe it's at your shoulder blade region now, just more off to the one side. I can still feel the ball in the middle of my spine, but it's more off to one side of my body. Chin towards chest naturally. And I am putting pressure backwards against the ball without arching my lower back or gripping the floor with my toes. Breathing in. Again, put pressure on the ball. You can roll a little high. You can always take your hands. Now it's going to be at the top of your shoulders here, right? So here's that place where your neck is not rounding as much. The balloon's at the top of my shoulders, my neck, and the bottom of my skull. But the emphasis is really on the top of your shoulder and the bottom of your neck region there. Easy breathe. Breathing in. Again, gently putting pressure without letting your chin lift to your chest, chin to throat a bit. Put pressure backwards against the ball. You can lift your hips up or just take your hands back there and roll the balloon higher on that one side mostly to where the back of your skull and neck meet. Easy, chin towards throat dramatically, as long as you have comfort. Shoulders relax, and again, as you exhale, putting pressure backwards against the balloon gently without the shoulders coming forward or arching your lower back markedly. Inhale, release, 2 more like that. Again, exhale, chin towards chest, push the back of your head against the balloon, gentle. Really great job. Release, 1 more time. Again, exhale, chin towards throat, the back of your neck and head push against the balloon, but I'm not lifting my face up to the sky to do so. I'm doing the opposite. Easy breathe. Great. You can take your hands and just roll 1 more place higher. Now it's on the back of my skull, still on the one side mostly, not evenly centered, still off to the one side mostly. Shoulders wide, relax. And again, chin towards chest, push backwards against that balloon. Easy. You got it. Inhale to release that. Again, as you push against the balloon, try not to arch your lower back markedly. You can press your lower back to the floor a little bit to help get that part of your body to have those fibers be nice and long. 1 more time. Again, easy, gentle, chin towards chest, push backwards against the balloon, relax shoulders only as far as you have comfort always. Yeah, and then you can remove the balloon to your head, rest down. You can use a pillow or a towel behind your head here. And I can really feel how that whole one side where the balloon just rolls feels so much different than the other side, of course, but it really is fascinating to feel in real time how just by stimulating the soft tissue fibers, they physically feel different. The one side where this balloon was has just a lot more comforting stimulation, and the other side just has a lot more, it's not numb, but not as much soft, comfortable, soothing stimulation. All right, so let's see if we can get that onto the other side. So again, we're going on the other side. The balloon is not center. It's off to the side a little bit. So it's still touching the middle of my back, but it's off to the side. It's going to be in my lower back, right where your waist is. And again, when you put pressure backwards on the balloon, you shouldn't have to fight markedly to stay there. Move the balloon a little more towards your spine if it's really hard to feel like you can lean back evenly without struggling so intensely, right, with where the balloon is. Hands can be behind your thighs, knees, use a strap, 1 hand behind your head, 2 hands is more aggressive. Take your time. Easy breathe. Again, as you exhale, you are bringing your chest towards your thighs and putting pressure on that balloon behind you, relaxing your shoulders and toes. Great job. And again, exhale, putting pressure on that balloon. You can always take a break. Try not to lean back. Breathing in. Put pressure on the balloon. You can lift the hips up and roll the balloon a little bit higher, right towards the top of your waist where your ribs start. Again, just off to the side of your spine a little bit, but it is touching the spine. Easy breathe, inhale. Again, exhale, put pressure backwards on the balloon. You could think of bringing your tailbone through your legs so your lower back reaches down towards the floor. Breathing in, good work everyone. Exhale, putting pressure backwards against that balloon behind you. Really nice job, fantastic. 1 more time, you're doing really well. Again, exhale, chin to chest. You can always take 1 or both hands behind your head for neck tension or stiffness. If it doesn't feel good to your neck, support your head. Exhale, put pressure on the balloon. Just roll the balloon a little higher. And my hands are going to my clothes every time because I would be naked. The balloon just takes the clothes into places I don't want to go on camera, right? And again, take 1 or both hands behind your head. The lower, the more the balloon gets toward your neck, the more you feel like your head needs support because you are going to curl your neck more in that position. That makes it harder, right? But even though your body is not as vertical to the floor, you're not getting pulled back as much, your head might need more support as we go lower, just the whole time, for every part when we get here. So I'm just below my shoulder blades here, breathing in. And again, exhale, putting pressure backwards on the balloon, lower back towards the floor. Really great job. And again, exhale, press against the balloon, hips up, roll the balloon higher. Again, maybe it's into the shoulder blade region now. Again, it's not centered, just off to the other side here. It feels so nice. I forgot to mention, my balloon has small little spikes or nubs on it. Those nubs really help with traction, so the ball's not going to slip out easily. And it is a different stimulation feeling. It's not everyone's cup of tea, right? Not everyone likes that direct pressure against their skin. It could be really uncomfortable, and there's a lot of reasons for that. But I found that with practice, you get used to that sensation not being threatening, right? You realize it's not going to do you damage. You're not going to bleed. It is really just applying pressure to your body like any kind of massage. And again, put pressure on the balloon, hips up, roll it a little higher, right? It's to the top of my shoulder blades, just off to the side of my spine, right? You can take one or both hands behind your head here to support, no big deal. Arms can also be down. They can also hold on behind your thighs there as well, right? So with people and pressure against their body, I try to encourage people to think that, when you push against your body, so long as you don't have any kind of condition, which people do, people are different, it should not elicit a flight or fight response. It shouldn't be an ow that doesn't feel good for most people, right? That could just be soft tissue stiffness and it's not pliable enough, right? Putting pressure, you can take your hands back. If you like, roll the balloon towards where your neck and shoulder and maybe just the bottom of the top of your skull is. Easy, chin towards throat, gently. And everyone's different, right? Everyone also responds differently. For people who tend to like intensity, they tend to want to use like a firmer ball with spikes on it so they can feel something. Sometimes if people don't feel the intensity, they just discount the efficacy of using it, right? Other people, the soft surface feels really great and they'll stay there for a long, long time just because that's what feels good, and they can sense that a softer surface is less aggressive, but they're able to relax more, right? Someone who tends to like really intense things may not be aware that they're actually, gritting their teeth together and scrunching their toes and fingers and clenching their sphincter when they're on that really intense thing. They're not quite able to relax fully on it. It's not good or bad. I'm just saying your whole body has a response to the balloon, even though it's only on one part of your body. And you can take the hands balloon to roll it higher to your neck and or skull here. Easy breathe. Take your time. Right, you can look at it like lifting weights as well. If your goal is to lift eventually like a 10-pound weight, you don't start with a 10-pound weight. You don't start with the level of intensity that is the goal. You start with a less intense weight, like a 2 or 3 pounds. Then you slowly, over time, increase to work up to that goal. You could look at it the same way here. You start with things that are really, really soft and not very intense. Maybe not the goal that you want to get to, but you're able to control it fully. You're able to be conscious of what you're doing with the proper parameters and spot. You're not having a fight or flight response, right? You're able to relax your whole body. One more time, you can move you can use your hands up to the to the back of your skull mostly, maybe the very top of your neck. And again, chin toward chest, just off to the one side, pushing backwards against that balloon. Easy breathe. So the goal here is to be able to relax your whole body, even though the balloon's on a specific singular part of your body. So squeezing your butt here because it's so intense may not be the best overall long-term goal for you. Maybe a good starting because maybe that's what maybe the intensity is what you need to make yourself do it because you feel like, oh, I feel it. But over time, you may realize that I feel it, but when I feel it, other things are tensing up dramatically. And just something to think about. Easy breathe. Chin towards chest, pushing backwards against the balloon. That feels so good. And then remove the balloon and rest. Again, you can always take a towel or pillow behind your head here to be more comfortable. And that feels really great. I really feel the stimulation through my back where the balloon was, especially on the side that we just rolled, but all through my center and through the other side as well. Right? I don't feel numb anymore. I feel like I have sensations, and I feel like those sensations are calm, soothing sensations, right? It's a really nice, gentle feeling. And when you're ready, roll over to your side and come out. Excellent job. So if you enjoyed using a gentle, inflatable ball to massage the lengthened soft tissue fibers of your back, doing that can help you bring awareness to how maybe stiff and rigid, even the layers of your skin can feel, right? So especially with something that has nubs like this, has little points, really that tactile stimulation to the surface layer of your skin may be the biggest feeling you have, and you may not like it, but that just tells you something about your skin, right? It's not able to absorb that pressure as easily, and that is something to think about as a goal. If you have conditions, that's fine, but if you don't have a special condition, something to think about. Maybe some massage in your life is what you're looking for. My name is Eric. This is Nucleus Strength. I look forward to getting stronger with you in the future. Yours in good health. Take care.